Started.
Started. And we're
Started.
back.
Yes, we are.
Nice. Hello, Jordan.
Hello, hello, Miller.
Hello, everybody else.
Hello, all three of you,
All and Jordan's mum still
and my
listening,
mum, long-time fan.
still here. Part of the three, actually.
Yep,
Shout out Jordan's mum.
whatever her name is.
Um, whatever her name is. Yeah. So I mean, it's been another week, isn't it? I mean,
It has.
yeah, it's been. I don't know. How's your week been?
Oh, I've been working at an undisclosed location.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, working as per. Yeah, of course, haven't we all? Indeed. And how's that gone
Um,
along?
I mean, I've just been working.
Yeah, but
There's,
well, I suppose that's it, isn't it? Well,
yeah,
actually, we've had good weather recently, haven't we?
we have.
That's
I've
changed.
been working in a place that's very cold, but we've had fantastic weather, so I really made the most of it.
I mean, I've made use of the weather because I've recently moved my chili plants.
Oh,
Yes, I've been growing chilies. I think I planted them back in March or something or other, which I read up was apparently the time to do it.
ah,
Um,
yes, Google
and then
planting.
yes, that one. Wiki how? How does one plant flower? Not a flower at all. It's actually far from a flower. Um, but yeah, I ended up putting that in the pot just recently, as it had kind of grown out of its um, other environment. So that's
Nice.
interesting.
Is it in like a greenhouse or outside?
Just outside, just
Just
bunked
outside.
outside.
Just
I'm hoping that the weather stays hot so that it doesn't
yeah.
oversaturate
It's
it
it's
and end up
meant to be
dying.
a thunderstorm at the end of the week.
Useful information because those
Yes.
hot would have stayed out there. And also, I want to direct this on that note, related note. I want to direct this message to the slug that ate one of the three of my saplings. Fuck you. I hope
We should.
you and your family um are ended completely.
I'm completely burn every slug. I'm completely
Yeah,
with you. I
I
hate them.
don't, I don't, I don't see the, I just, I don't see the point of slugs, if I'm honest. There's got to be something, or actually, is there something that they're doing right? I mean, are they one of those ones that are like bees, where they're
Nope.
actually kind of doing something for the environment,
I don't care
rather?
even if they are. They're disgusting and I hate them.
They are a bit. Do
Yes.
you know what? It is just a naked snail. At least the snail has the decency to cover up.
Should you know everyone has like that really weird phobia that no one else has.
One's like trick phobia or something like that. And that's
Yeah,
like the
like
scare of
everyone's scared
holes
of
or
one
something or
one
other.
thing that is a bit weird.
Yeah, there's always that. And
Yeah.
yours is slugs, is it?
Mine is slugs and snails. Yes.
Yeah.
That is my unusual phobia.
I think snails I could get behind snails. I'll back snails because I think that's like they hide it. Do you know what I mean? They're gross, but they hide themselves. And they also, if you go near them, they coy away. They don't want to go near you, sort of thing. So I'm down with that. But as for the rest, nah, I can't get behind slugs. I think that's a bit.
Kill them.
It's just not good, especially when they're going around eating my saplings. That's
Exactly.
for sure.
I can't. It's the. I don't know if I spoke about this last time when we were talking about eating certain foods. I said about texture, like
You did,
the
but now I'm starting to think.
moist goopiness. It's the same thing. It all stems from my odd phobia of slugs and snails.
I feel like you shouldn't be. I feel like there's an issue there, though, with what you're saying. I feel like you're basing a slug and snail off of how they would taste or how them in their mouth, in
No,
your
it's
mouth.
also how they look, and I have touched them before, and how
Am I right?
they're
Am I right in
sticky
saying
and
that they like? Is that just like a myth or something or other? Do they like burn when they touch your skin or something or other? Is that
uh, I don't know.
maybe that's what on earth was that sound?
I didn't just punch my microphone off my desk.
Oh, okay, okay. That sounded almost like a sound that I would expect a slug to make, actually, on a
What? Slugs are silent and deadly predators.
You know, if you could hear what a slug would say, if you could speak sluggish, I'd say something like that.
I
Um,
can sort of speak sluggish.
no, I think I'm talking about frogs maybe actually. I think there's something to do
Frogs
with
purr.
like the chemical balance of touching a frog's slimy back, and it puts its. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know much about frogs to be able
This
to say
is
that that's actually true.
too intelligent for us.
Yeah, this is far beyond my specialty. But yeah, no, that was so one less plant, one less gathering
Nice.
of chilies when it comes to the chili season. Um,
One less chili
so yeah,
wower.
exactly. And my family are devastated because I've obviously got to put some food on the plate.
Yep, you got to
Um,
contribute.
exactly. And when harvest season come, and I've got to pay my
Jews.
dues indeed. What am I paying? Two chilies? Not
Exactly.
three.
That's. I mean, two chilies is more than three.
Give a bit of silence for that logic. I'm unsure about that, but um, moving on, I suppose.
Hang on. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day indeed, a long week, a hot, long
It
week, but we're
has.
coming to the end of it though. And saying that, I tell you what was long, and a nice little segue here. Did you watch the England
Ah,
match?
yes, this was the one thing I did want to talk about. The England match.
Boy,
God,
oh
that
boy,
was. So
that.
if we want to date this, it was England versus Austria.
Hmm.
Um, their first friendly before the Euros,
Yep.
and wow, it was
Mm.
boring.
It was bad, wasn't it? Austria should have scored a goal. They
They
really
should have
should have.
scored two.
I personally, as much as an England supporter I am, being the English um, uh, person,
Yes.
male,
um,
I was back in Austria for most of it, thinking we deserve to be punished here because, to be quite frank, there wasn't really. I don't want to go too much of a. I don't want to be one of those pundit podcasts, because personally, I don't think I've got the full knowledge to be able to go into it. But it was just a shit show. All I can say is Jesse Lingard was being called up for a warm-up match,
yeah.
but he hadn't been picked in the Euro squad.
So was Ben White, Ben Godfrey, Ollie Watkins.
They came on though.
Yeah.
They came on as a sub, and that was understanding. It's a bit like give them a bit of game time, but Jesse Lingard started over players that were picked in the
You
Euros.
see, it's Gareth Southgate. He's a genius, right? He knows that people are going to get angry. Excuse me.
Nice,
People are going to get angry
subtle.
if he doesn't take Trent Alexander-Arnold to the Euros. So what does he do? He picks him, and then he gets injured because he's a genius. And then he
I
doesn't have to
just,
take Trent. He can take someone else. He's planned it all out.
I think it's a great idea to be honest because I think we got better players than that. I think we got better players.
I think
But
He's not good enough defensively. That's the thing.
you know what? I put Trent in the same position as Wan-Bissaka, and that's not because they are literally in the same position. I was just using that as a descriptive term. But I'd put them in the same boat, should I say, where they both have this one amazing ability. Trent, he can like just whip a ball. He can
He
absolutely send a ball
he's
across the pitch.
getting in his van and going and selling kids ice creams as Mr. Whippy.
100%, Mr.
Exactly.
Whippy with a flake on top.
Exactly.
And he does that all for
He's just
a brilliant,
serving everyone delicious ice cream.
a brilliant price. But as for his rest of the defensive attributes that he should have,
He
he
doesn't
does not.
No, he parks his van in the wrong place. He's constantly getting tickets.
Completely, completely. He's got this amazing whippy, as you might say,
Yes,
but it's just he's at the wrong place.
exactly.
All the kids are at the other park.
Exactly. He's
Um,
in Chernobyl, trying to sell his.
Rather
Ice. He's,
specific, but
but
I
I was
suppose that
trying to
would
think
be.
of a park that no one would go to.
I mean, that is a bad place to sell ice cream. I would 100% agree with you. So I suppose you have kind of hit the mark there when it comes
Exactly.
to
No one's selling ice cream at Chernobyl,
stores.
especially not the
Yeah,
park. There is actually
Chernobyl.
there's a theme park nearby.
Near Chernobyl?
Yeah, in Chernobyl. Yeah,
In Chernobyl.
Chernobyl the place, not Chernobyl the big elephant's foot that grows.
Sorry, there's an. I only knew of one Chernobyl.
Well, Chernobyl's a place, right?
Yeah, but you just suggested that there was two Chernobyls.
No, 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 no. Ch-
Yeah,
ch-
you did.
no. Oh no, it's in Pripyat.
Now
Wait,
you are
hang on it.
listing off
Hang on.
further things that you're not computing with me here.
Is Chernobyl a place? Is Chernobyl real?
Why? Why is it led to that? What?
Where is Chernobyl in Ukraine? I knew that. That's not helpful. Is Chernobyl is the name of a city? There you go. So you have the Chernobyl plant, and then nearby is like Chernobyl.
Yeah, but you said something about. All right, look, my questions don't come from Chernobyl. You mentioned elephant's feet.
Yes,
My questions come from where on earth that's relevant.
that's what it's called. The mush that's
The
left.
mush?
Yeah,
Oh, it's called really?
yeah. The splodge that's
See,
no
no,
longer. Yeah, that's it's called the elephant's foot.
I was not aware of this. The elephant's foot.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I see. Because I presume it's just this barren wasteland that you could
What?
kind of
No,
make
no,
out to be an
no,
elephant's
no.
print or something.
no.
Is it? That's where
Literally,
my mind
the
runs.
meltdown of the reactor. It went down into like I don't know what you'd call it. It's like hummus. Like it's like a melted down to sort of a hummusy
Yeah.
thing that sort of like it's like a splodge, and then that sort of grows, and it looks like an elephant's foot.
Mm.
Sorry
I
about
feel
that.
like
I watched Don't Mess with the Zohan the other day, so I've got hummus in my head.
yeah, I feel like the elephant's foot to me doesn't really sound like an elephant's foot from your description. I am now just imagining this large pile of hummus sat there.
Hang on, I'm gonna have to show you a picture in Discord.
Okay, I am actually, as you're saying this, looking at the elephant's foot though. And it. Oh wow, this
Yeah.
is okay. See now, I'll describe this better. All right. This is when you put your marshmallows on the fire, and you know when it like crisps up too much on the outside, and there's that soft goop in the middle, and it all becomes quite spongy and it flops about because the inside's kind of mushy and the outside's crisp. That is what it looks like. If you were to throw that on the floor, that that's what it looks like. I wouldn't say that that represents an elephant's foot, if I'm honest. That is, it's actually. Also looking at an elephant's foot stock image, and they couldn't be further apart from representing one another.
Well, no,
They
because
really could
it
not.
looks like the bottom of an elephant's foot.
It it just looks like a pile of mush.
It looks like
It
an elephant has got its foot, and it's gone. Hey, look at the bottom of my foot.
really.
Yes.
I'm just not seeing it.
Like
Maybe
what
I don't have
you
the
got to remember
imagination
that
that
this
you
thing has
do.
grown since the original thing. If you look at the black and white photo,
Oh, and it's wow. I mean, like I think we are beating around the bush here and not realizing, or at least focusing on the fact that this Chernobyl is just, it's crazy, isn't it? It
It
is actually,
is.
it is mental.
It was a big boom.
It was a, aren't they spending like millions? Maybe I'm just you know, putting the figure right out of the ballpark, but aren't they just spending all this money trying to just contain it each year because they have to keep putting this that cover over it or something or other, aren't
They
they?
built a cover for it. Yeah. It's like
And
it's the world's largest movable structure, movable building,
it's,
because they had
it's
to build it not on it and then move it on it. It's like a
that is
massive lump of concrete.
absolutely crazy. Like, who do you reckon was? Do you reckon it was one person's fault, like a literal Homer Simpson at the nuclear plant, and he had just
I don't actually know. I didn't watch because everyone was like going mad about the Chernobyl
oh
TV
yeah,
series.
Chernobyl TV. I didn't watch that either.
Nah,
No, yeah, it seems a
1980s
bit
isn't
too.
interesting. What happened there?
Yeah,
I
I
don't even know
mean,
if it was in the 80s. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say the 70s. I'm gonna go for the 70s.
Chernobyl dates: 26th of
78.
April, 1986.
Ah, for fuck's sake. I couldn't be more wrong.
There's a reason I do history.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm good with dates, but
Good
only
with
in terms
dates,
of
but
time frame.
I was just about to reference a pun like that.
because of COVID, I can't go and see women.
Ah, yes. The
No,
women.
we're not talking about that though. We decided last time. This is a Novid zone
Of course, yeah. This is a
because of the unfortunate events of the previous year.
exactly.
Sadness.
But at the end of the day, um, I was gonna say some sort of like spiritual quote, but I completely
At the
got.
end of the day, the sun always sets.
Yeah, I was gonna say something along those lines, something that probably Gandhi would come out with, like I don't know. It's always
Yesterday is
something with.
history, tomorrow is a mystery, but
I was
today is a
going
gift.
for.
That's why we call it the present.
Yeah, that's Master Ukwe, isn't it?
It is.
I don't know what's worse, that you know that whole thing, or me knowing where it's from.
It's one of the greatest quotes of all time.
Tears to my eyes, Master Ukwe, man. God, do you know what? Actually, I was thinking this the other day, and I was thinking in terms of like childhood films,
Mm,
we had fantastic animations, like amazing animations for our time, and they are still to this day. They represent such a like a ah this amazing era of animations. Like look at it,
yeah,
Shrek
like
is still relevant these days.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That's aged terribly well.
Okay, let's stick to the animation part, right? Because
There's
that one,
animation in that.
that is, I. Do you know what? Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I could rewatch that and pause each scene and think, where where did we sit down and have some sort of creative ideas to, kind of spew out this scene right here? At one point, I'm almost certain there is a shark swimming in his filled-up shower or something or other. The Shark Boy, like he's in his shower. Like,
You mean the kid from Twilight?
yes, Lorna.
Taylor Lautner.
That's the guy. Wow.
Yeah, no,
Taylor Lautner,
I do
man.
enjoy Twilight.
Oh,
Not
do you
gonna
know
lie.
what? Twilight is my guilty pleasure.
Oh,
I think Twilight is one of the most fantastic.
it's
Um,
beautiful.
oh, it's amazing.
Have you read the books?
No, I haven't read the books actually.
Oh, the books are good because Bella is actually a fun person.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the acting in Twilight from Bella, Christian, was her name like
Kristen
Kristen
Stewart.
Stewart? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one. It can be at times quite. Hmm, don't know how
I
you
think she does
probably.
play the character well. It's just
Oh,
the bits,
really?
yeah, the bits from the book where you see Bella like happier and laughing just aren't in the film.
I've seen quite a few like memes or something or other of it where there's just like it's kind of taken out of context her
Yeah.
acting, but out of context it's still rather cringe because you watch it and think, well, I'm not sure about that one.
I mean,
Like
she does play the character well, in my opinion. It's just like that is how the character's written.
I suppose so. I can't say for myself because I haven't written. I haven't written the
You
books.
haven't written the
I
book.
I didn't write the books, Jordan, so I can't confirm that actually. No, yeah, no, but they are a great series.
It's great.
Fantastic.
Anyone who
Okay,
wants to tell us not, fight us.
well, we could be in a fight depending on how the answer to this question goes.
Oh, hello,
Are you team Jacob or Edward?
Edward.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd go for Edward too. Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
100%.
And would that be because of a reflection of you wanting to be a vampire more than a werewolf? If you could be one of the two?
There's just something about Jacob that's, eh.
It's a bit whingy, I would say, is my
Yeah.
words. I think Edward can kind of holds himself strong, whereas we are just going into like this
We're doing
Twilight
this. We're
fan
doing
fiction
this.
sort of thing. But the thing is, Jacob, he just doesn't quite cut the mustard. Yes, he's got the body on him. I agree with that. But Edward shows that sometimes it's more about the personality than the body. All right,
Edward's got that class, you know,
exactly that class.
and you can tell that Edward actually, in a slightly creepy way, actually loves Bella.
Yes,
Whereas,
exactly.
I mean, spoilers for Twilight and all of the
Can't we?
subsequent films, Jacob doesn't actually love Bella. This is even creepier. He loves her child that isn't born yet.
Nice. For
Yes.
those who haven't watched Twilight, what is it? It's got to be like 12 years
I mean, there
off.
will be people who haven't watched it.
Yeah, well, I
You've got
mean,
to
if
think.
you've also gone through that time thinking, I'm holding it for, another 15 years or something or other, we've just spoiled it. I'm sorry, but realistically, I don't know what you're
You
doing not
should have seen
watching
it. You
this.
should have. You should have. You should have
You should have
a
seen it.
seen Twilight by now, and
Yeah.
b, if you're currently at the age where Twilight was appealing to people when we were smaller, you shouldn't be listening to this.
Really? We're already, for the very few, this is why we have three listeners, all right?
I mean, we
You're
don't have any
already
yet. I'm
pushing
currently
away the
staring at a
demographic.
screen that is video processing for the first one.
You are already narrowing down the
I'm not now.
demographic.
I'm not saying don't listen.
You just said
I'm
don't listen.
saying I said you shouldn't be listening. I'm not saying don't.
Flip
I'm
that back.
saying
Alright. They
listen
know.
listen
Uh,
to it where you're pretty safe from
No,
evil
you didn't say that.
adults.
You're backtracking now because you didn't say that.
I
You
said
didn't say
you
that at all.
shouldn't be watching this. I
You
didn't
said,
say don't watch.
okay, alright
Listen.
then. Alright, so you were saying as more of a, some sort of higher authority coming against our podcast sort of thing. As if we're these, underdogs. Actually, yeah, we are.
Yeah,
We are
we are.
actually. They're all against us.
They
But
all
you're
hate us.
you're going against the man. You're sticking it to the man by listening to us.
Yeah, we are the
The,
anti-man.
yeah, the big
We
brother
are
doesn't want you
anti-men.
listening to this. Anti-men. Oh God, no, wrong message. Wrong message.
We hate men.
God, no, you can't just straight out say it. Okay. Yeah, alright, why not?
We're good. We're definitely getting demonetized for that.
Fuck it. Yeah, that's our political
We've already
approach.
we've already had the first episode demonetized for saying fascism twice,
All men are bad.
but
Yes,
some are badder than others,
exactly.
or some are more bad than others. If you want to
Ah,
co-opt a Animal Farm quote there,
Animal Farm.
yeah, I believe it
Why
was.
do I can't say Animal Farm doesn't ring a bell in my
It's George
book of
Orwell,
knowledge.
also known as Eric Arthur Blair. He wrote it. He was It's the book where it's the pigs, and they're like, "Yo, let's beat up our farmer," and they become the farmers. They
Are you talking about the barnyard one?
yeah.
Wait, with the cow,
There's a cow in it.
and then the main character is a cow called like Benny or something, is it?
What? No.
I think I'm, I think I'm going
You're
really off
thinking of
tangent
like
here.
cow and chicken or something.
No, I'm thinking of. There's definitely you've just unlocked a deep memory of this cow and the farmer. I don't even know the plot, of the story. There's
Benny,
Benny.
Benny the cow's
Benny.
from Dora the Explorer.
No, no. Benny the cow was. Benny the cow is definitely from Dora Explorer. I've just seen the results. Um. Oh, man, there's another cow called Benny. I swear. I think there is. Oh, animated cow film. That's got to come up, surely. Cow film. Or if you're American,
Cow and
movie.
animated.
Wait, I said Barnyard, didn't I? It's called Barnyard.
It's
It's
just
called
called
Barnyard.
Barnyard.
It's just called Barnyard. Um, I don't know what the cow's called though. Hmm.
The original party animals.
The
Calves.
this
It's
film,
got John DiMaggio as Bud, a Jersey cow.
it's called Ben the Cow.
There's
Okay.
Eddie, there's Bud,
There was all sorts. I mean, it
there's
was a strange film. It was a
Ben,
really strange film, actually,
it's
thinking of
got
it.
Kevin James, Courtney Cox, Danny
Wanda
Glover.
Sykes.
Um,
Wanda Sykes.
there's other names here.
There's all sorts. There is
Exactly,
actually all
there's
sorts in this film.
loads.
And there is a infamous meme about it. That is when the cow is standing or sitting there, should I say, just on its four legs. I don't really know what the meme refers to, but it's just a meme, like all the classic memes. I think it's called Perhaps. That's what I keep seeing.
Yes, okay, I now know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, do you? Just from me saying
I've
perhaps, you
got it
understand that.
googled Barnyard film meme.
Okay, yeah. Well, that is a meme, obviously coming from it. So,
I have to
barnyard.
say, the only meme that's come up for it that is the perhaps one is it's intriguing.
Just a, just a plain cow. The most simple cow you could
I
see.
have seen this.
I think I've seen this a couple of times. It's one of those distorted memes sort of things, isn't
Yeah.
it? One of those things where it's usually chucked amongst a range of other shit post memes and all sorts. But I
It's
mean,
like,
God, that's the generation these days, isn't it?
did you try and bring back a dead meme? Perhaps. I
Hmm,
feel like you've got to whisper it.
maybe. Uh,
No, no,
memes,
perhaps.
yeah, memes just they're weird. The
They are.
idea of it is pretty weird because I always think back to say back, well, technically forward, but I think to a future time where we are almost looked back like hieroglyphs and sort of thing, and then thinking, oh, I wonder what the people of year 2000s onwards, what they were kind of doing, that generation, and they look at all the things that we were doing with this new technology, the internet, and we are just creating shit post images that mean nothing. They don't
Beans.
even hold, yeah, beans. Do you remember the one where it was like, brother, where's my oats or something
I
or
do
other?
remember that.
And it was just two
Do you know
chubby
the way?
pigs. Oh, that was another one. Do you know what? I even thought of that the other day, and it was like, "Do you know the way?" and stuff. And I was just thinking, like, where did we get? We are such a
It's such a good meme.
like, we are such a reactionary generation. Like something pops up in trend, and it's instantly everywhere. Like it is, it just spreads like wildfire, and it dies instantly
Yep,
too. It has
yep.
this like depending. Okay, of course, some do have their duration, but it has this like 3 4 week window Whereas it starts off, it enters, and then it slowly goes through. It becomes a bit like, oh wow, you're still running with that meme. That was so 2 weeks ago.
It's all because of the internet, really, isn't it? So
It is.
that
It's too
spreads the
fast.
original meme, and then the next meme just gets spread really quickly as well. It's the same as if you look at like music charts. Songs would be at number one for like months back when we didn't exist. But
Back in the ancient times when it was all black and white.
exactly, and
Um,
then nowadays songs are in like the number one for about a week max.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? The generation we live in. But that's what scares me. It scares me thinking back that my generation will be pretty much generalized just from these random
Yeah.
memes. They will think of us as, yeah, that was the time when people were pretty fucked up. We will probably be put in the same category as the people that did witch hunting and stuff. All those loony people that were drowning people to find out whether they were a witch or not. I reckon we will
I
be in
don't.
that category.
Would we?
We've got to be.
Because surely they're worse than us. Because they actually believed in the witches.
Yeah, but we're also.
Like we don't actually believe that there's an Ignida out there going, "Do you know the way?" in a Ugandan accent.
Yeah, but I think it's almost a bit like what what was the point? What were they where were they going with this, I suppose? Where on
Well,
earth were they going with
they were
it?
killing witches.
Yeah, but there wasn't any witches.
Well,
And
how do you know that?
yeah, well, I suppose so actually. If I was a witch or you,
How do we know
I
they
would
didn't kill all the witches? And that's why we don't have any today.
well, do you know what? A round of applause to them because they've just got rid of all those witches that were. Do you know? Were they even doing anything wrong? Let's be honest.
They like
Were they doing anything wrong?
poisoned people and cursed
And
people and
turning into toads
exactly.
and with their cats and their broomsticks and their cauldrons.
They're poultices and
Goddamn witches.
exactly.
Witches are bitches. Quote that. Put it on a t-shirt. Put that on a fucking t-shirt.
That's
Witches are
definitely
bitches.
getting co-opted for like a strong independent women movement.
Yeah. That's the new feminist rally.
Yeah.
Not
We've now
witches or
lost our
bitches.
only t-shirt merchandise to blue head people.
Ah, shit in hell. That was our one tagline we had. It's
Damn it.
only once in a while brilliance, creativity like that just spews out of our mouths, and it's gone quicker than ever.
It's gone. Just like that.
Well,
$2 million all down the pan.
all those investments, and we
Exactly.
we'd already got the Shark Tank meeting just set up to go onto it, and
Yeah.
I don't really know Shark Tank.
Are you
Shark
sure?
Tank. It's just it's not the right one, is it? I don't think that's the right one.
I don't think it is, but I wasn't going to say.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go on to Shark Tank for some sort of t-shirt investment. Imagine going on Shark Tank with just a t-shirt that said "witches are bitches"
Hang on, just
and
gonna
asking them to invest. Sir Alan Sugar, is he on that? No, he's on Apprentice, isn't he?
just gonna Google Shark Tank so I know what you're
They're all
talking
the
about.
they're all the same thing, I think. They're all the same thing. I think there's like Dragon's Den, Shark Tank.
Oh,
They
it's
are
one of those. Okay.
yeah, but one of those pitch me your product and see if I give a damn sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dragon's Den for the
The
more civilized people of the world.
the Scrub Buddy. Now that's something that came out of Shark Tank, I think. You
This
heard of the
this
Scrub Buddy?
it sounds like some sort of escort for the shower.
Honestly, we are. I tell you right now, there are elderly women, mums to be specific. Actually, I don't want to. I don't want to.
You're
You
just
know, be.
confirming my theory here.
I don't want to be. I don't know. Is it sexist, or am I putting myself as sexist by saying that it's potentially sexist? But all,
Moving
all
on.
Moving on, indeed. Um, but the Scrub Buddy came out of Shark Tank, and it's this wicked little scrubbing product for. I feel like I'm selling it now. I'm not. We
if
have no
Scrub
sponsorships to
Buddy would like
Scrub
to
Buddies.
sponsor us,
Please, I don't know what relevance Scrub Buddy
we'll
has to
be
this
Scrub
podcast.
Buddies. It'll be fine.
We we will scrub away all
The buddies.
discrimination.
Oh.
Ah, well, my campaign actually had quite a lot of high hopes. Yours kind of didn't. It sounded a bit more like
I didn't
I
know
don't
where you were
know,
going with this.
yeah, diffused socialism or something or other, scrubbing away buddies. Um,
Yeah, get rid of
do
the
you know what?
people.
Yeah, look, let's. This is all over the place at the moment, so let's just chuck something in the mix for a question towards yourself. All right?
Bonjour.
You have to lose a body part.
Yes.
What body part are you losing?
My appendix.
Your appendix.
Yes.
I suppose so. That is something. What is the use of an appendix? Just
It's.
something.
I think it holds all like your poisonous bits that you get out of stuff. Right?
Am I right in saying, okay, this could be random knowledge that I've got in the back of my head that could actually just be a mixture of bullshit, but don't like cows and rabbits and stuff have appendixes for like eating grass and all that sort of
Could
shit.
be.
And I think
If it's in the back of your head, you've definitely heard it from somewhere.
I, yeah, but that's it could be an amalgamation of just shit in general though that could not be relating to the appendix whatsoever. But either way, as far as I'm aware, something to do with eating things and it like breaks them
It
down, but
could. It
because we
could be
no
down.
longer
Yeah,
consist of that
because we're no
diet.
longer herbivores.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
Mm.
that's why it doesn't. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that makes sense. I think
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist, but that
No, we're biologists. I'm.
yes.
Yeah.
Actually, can I be a chemist? I want to be a chemist to even it out. You could be a biologist. I
I
want to
don't want to be
be
a. But can I be a physicist?
I think you've already stated yourself as a biologist, personally. Actually,
No, you're a chemist. I'm a
yes.
physicist. We are biologists.
Does it work like that?
Yeah.
Mm. Like a trifecta or something. But
Yeah.
there's not a third
It's
point
like
here.
Voltron. When we come together, we are biologists.
Voltron?
Yeah.
What's Voltron?
What is
I feel like that's an outrageous question.
what is Volt? Oh. Tell me,
It's got to be.
have you at least seen Deadpool the film?
Yes, I have seen Deadpool.
He gets the Voltron thing.
What's the Voltron thing?
Sadness. Okay, like we're both Power Rangers, but we come together to form the Megazord. There you go.
Ah, see now you're talking a reference that I can
Yeah.
understand.
Voltron is basically Power Rangers in space, animated.
Where's Voltron from?
Where's he from?
Wait, no, where is this reference from?
Voltron.
Gonna have to be more specific than that because that was the
The
question
TV
I'm
show
asking.
Voltron
Oh,
is
Voltron
where
is
I
a
got.
TV show.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's just called Voltron.
Oh, what is this like some like 90s TV show or
Hang
something?
on, I'm gonna have a look on Netflix. 'Cause
Voltron.
it was on Netflix.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, so this is wow. I mean, you said it pretty well. It is pretty much Power Rangers in
It is. It
space.
is.
This literally looks like Power Rangers in space. Oh
Voltron
wow,
Legendary Defender. Yeah,
interesting.
I've described that
Okay.
one. I know my Power Rangers related TV shows.
Power Rangers was
Yeah.
amazing. That was such a fantastic show.
Power
Ah,
Rangers Ninja Storm. First of all.
Ninja Storm.
Yeah.
I would go for a Dino Thunder.
Oh, you see, this is. I find right. The people who are. The people in because we're separate academic years. The people in
Yes.
my academic year are Ninja Storm. The people in your academic year are Dino Thunder.
Really?
Yes, that is the split every time.
Is that the segregation between us?
It
I
is.
see. Hmm.
And then
I
people
mean,
before Ninja Stormer, whatever was before that, and people
y-
post Dino Thunder, seems to be academic year split.
you sound quite well knowledged on this. So you sound like you've had quite a bit of experience when it comes to interactions,
Yeah,
and people talking about Power Rangers.
I did just
So,
openly watch, but because they put them all on Netflix, so I watched.
oh, really?
Yeah, I watched Ninja Storm just
Oh,
in my
nice.
house.
I tell you what, I haven't watched actually. I presume you've watched the most recent Power Rangers, right?
The film.
Yeah.
Yes, I have watched the film.
I did not watch it. For the sole reason I didn't want to ruin my childhood with some sort of CGI animated wank.
It's an alright film.
Really?
Yeah, it's not rubbish. It's not
See now,
necessarily good, but
the the Power Rangers films that I remember on the early 2000s were pretty bad as they were, and they weren't CGI infested. But this one just seems like they've gone for the same sort of dark look
it's
as.
very much like Transformers style.
I was just about
You're
to say
really
that.
only here for the robots beating each other up.
Yeah, and that was exactly what I didn't like about Transformers 2. I mean, when it first came out, it was cool,
Yeah,
with old Shia LaBeouf and stuff in
the
it, and of
first
course,
film is it's a classic of cinema. I've done it. I've said it.
it's definitely a classic for its time,
Mm.
most definitely, I'd say, because it was this whole just Transformers and like this just CGI and seeing proper Transformers in action in real life, but live action, but the rest lost me. And also, don't get me wrong, like, when did it come out? It must have been like when I was like 8 or
What,
something or other.
2007?
It's got to be something like that. And I,
Transformers
looking at
film.
like Megan Fox at that peak was
2007, yeah.
wow wow wee woo.
Yes. Megan, make it stop. Megan Fox.
For my young innocent mind, the the things I thought of seeing Megan Fox as an interaction, 8-year-old me and 20-odd-year-old Megan Fox in a prime female everything and just
And
I
women.
women and I was sat there thinking, do you know what? If I saw her in person, I'd take my shot. I might be 7, but she might be able to see the potential in me. She might
She
look at me and think he can be something.
she might look at me and think, I could go to prison for him.
I could go to prison for this young, innocent little
This
child.
little beach ball.
Oh wow. There were some great movies back then, though, wasn't there? I think 2007 and 2008, those sort of years were a very
Well,
weird time.
2008 was Iron Man.
Yes, it was,
That's the
wasn't
only
it?
film that came out here.
Well, you've raised a good thought in my mind, and I'm thinking of films that came out in 2008.
Oh, we're going 2008 now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for 2000. Okay,
Right, well, you got The Dark Knight, Our Beloved
wow,
Twilight,
there are some fantastic films.
Iron Man and Tropic Thunder, the two greatest
Ha
Robert Downey Jr. films of all time.
Hancock,
Hancock,
that was
that was
fantastic.
also fantastic. Yes.
Ooh, I've seen one that reminds us all
Kung Fu
of.
Panda,
Really?
yeah. Step
It's all
Brothers,
it's all in circles. See, we started with Kung Fu Panda, and we're fucking reaching Kung Fu Panda
exactly.
again.
Mamma Mia,
And
that's a great film.
I was just saying though, the a one that brings back history highlights.
Oh,
Um, the boy in
yeah,
the
I've just
striped
seen that. Yeah,
pajamas.
the
Yes.
boy in his striped
Mm.
PJs.
The Dark Knight. Wow,
Yeah,
one of
that's
the
on there.
best Actually, isn't that like rated one of the best films? It's on the list of like top 10, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
I'm sure it's like three or something or other. It's got to be up
It's
there.
pretty high. Prince Caspian, that came out in 2008.
Prince
Wally,
Caspian. What was Prince Caspian?
it's the Narnia sequel.
I never saw that.
Didn't you?
Never
I
saw that.
preferred it.
No.
I thought,
Really?
yeah, I preferred it to the original film
Wow, that's interesting.
because I like sword fighting, so, as in with metal swords. So
Oh, actually, that reminds me. Very weird story about Prince Caspian. I went to a hotel once on holiday, and I remember this quite vividly. As you say, it kind of spurs back the memory. Um, with my
Interesting.
family on holiday, so this would have been 2009, 8, whenever that time was, when it was just came out, sort of thing. Um, went to a hotel, and my father, there was a library at the hotel. My father went into the library to get himself a book, and he came back with a book for me, um, hands it to me, and we actually ended up leaving that hotel, and I stole the book. And I'm thinking, holy shit, like I am a badass. The police are coming after me. But at the end of the day, I'm the one winning because I've got the book. And as I look at this book, it's all in Spanish. I don't speak a word of Spanish, as you could probably tell. So I've just taken this book, in Spanish that I cannot actually use. I'm probably doing them a favor, if I'm completely honest, because no one's going to read this Spanish book unless you're Spanish, of course.
Or you
Um,
can speak Spanish,
yeah, so,
like a lot of the countries in the world that aren't Spain.
well, and at the end of the day, I was thinking if you're speaking Spanish, who's picking up Prince Caspian Narnia book and reading through that? Who is?
Wait, was the book Prince Caspian?
Yes, it was
Okay,
Prince
that's how
Caspian.
this is related. Okay.
Yeah, oh no, sorry. I clearly didn't explain that well enough. But yes,
You just
it
said
was.
that
I
your dad
wasn't
gave you a
just.
book and it
No,
was in
I wasn't just.
Spanish.
Yes, it was Prince Caspian. Oh wow, I can see the confusion there. I wasn't just going off tangent and talking about a random story that I remembered that wasn't really interesting whatsoever, other than the fact that yes, no, it was Prince Caspian. It was that book. And I
Yes.
hadn't seen the film too, so I was actually really eager to read it. I was sat there thinking, oh, I haven't seen the film, but I'll get a a taster of it by reading this book. And hola. I know, yeah, that's not
It's the
my
first
language.
word, hola.
Yeah, hola. Start of every book, English book. Hello.
Hello, welcome to this book.
Welcome, reader.
Makes you listen, doesn't it?
Wow. Esta comprehende. I don't know what listen is in Spanish.
Like, uh, Google
Oh, that
Translate.
was yeah, that was a little English reference. What is that? Is that am I right in saying that's Idris Elba? Is it, or does it just sound exactly like him? I've always thought that was Idris Elba.
It's either Idris Elba or Mark Strong.
Mark Strong can't
It's
put.
Merlin from Kingsman or the bad guy gangster from Kick Ass
Oh, Mark Strong, yes, sings
or
the
yes,
fantastic.
yes, Take Me Home.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. Oh yeah.
Also, he's been out of Shazam. He's in Shazam. Shazam. Sorry,
Oh yes, I was recently watching Shazam.
yeah.
I don't think I could end it though. Do you know what? I have a funny thing with DC films. They
Sh-
just don't make the cut for me.
Shazam's the best one for me.
Really? I
Mm.
mean, do you know what?
Although
Shazam,
before I haven't seen the Snyder cut yet.
neither have I. I haven't seen that
Mm.
either. I haven't seen any actually. I haven't seen either of Justice League. Um, Shazam was the furthest I've ever been into a DC film, other than, of course, the Dark Knight
Oh
trilogies,
yeah, yeah.
because
If we're we're not. I'm like talking about the DC universe
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
talking about the same thing too. And I got about half hour into Batman vs Superman and thought, I cannot watch this. This is painstakingly hard. Um, I also got I think 15 minutes into the Schneider cut. I got told that I should watch it. It's great. I hadn't watched the original Justice League, but they said, "Oh,
Yeah,
you got
the
to watch
thing
this
is,
one."
you have to watch the original to be able to appreciate the Snyder Cut. I think.
See, I've heard that, but I've also heard otherwise. I've heard that you've got to watch that to realize how bad that one is to watch. But then I think, can I be bothered watching 6 hours, 2 hours of them being the same thing? Can I be bothered? No,
Yes.
because I got 15 minutes into the 4 hours one, and as soon as I saw Wonder Woman, and I kid you not, deflecting bullets
Yes.
with the forearms,
Yeah.
some bracelets on her
Yeah.
foot.
That's
I
what
was
they do.
that's when I went, no, you are pushing the line here. That is
That's
bullshit.
she's always had them.
But no, because that just doesn't make sense to me. It's the
What
whole I.
about these films is actually making sense? The
It
man
just
coming from the sky and being an alien?
no, I know there has to be some part of logic though. There has to be some reasoning here. I understand, and don't get me wrong, I understand that we're not even addressing the elephant in the room. Superman stopped a fucking bullet with his eye in one of the films. But
He is
look,
bulletproof.
that's Superman. Wonder Woman shouldn't be. Actually, she is making me wonder. So therefore, I
There you
am
go.
kind of thinking
Exactly.
maybe she is holding a good point for her name.
And
But
Batman makes you want to hit round projectiles.
okay, I suppose so.
We won't talk about the Flash.
Wow, God. In public indecent exposure.
Yes. No. No.
No,
No.
no, is that reference?
Yes.
But
No.
I just feel like Wonder Woman shouldn't be doing that with her bracelets. I just feel like it's far
What
fetched.
crap?
She has
This is the
these
most absurd thing.
no, but she has these lame super not powers, but like lame. I just feel like it's so stupidly thought of. It's so like technically unreasonable. Like she has a lasso that when she ties around people, they tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like
The lasso
why
of
don't you just
truth.
have? Why doesn't she just have some sort of telekinesis that does that, or some sort of fucking magical ability rather
She
than
does. She's
this?
got a magical lasso.
I just feel like you're.
Lasso.
I just
Lasso.
feel like you are wrenching a lasso in there. Someone has gone. She needs a lasso. Indiana Jones
Is
is
it
hip at
lasso
this
or lasso?
time.
Hang on, I've got to.
It's probably the latter. But at the end of the day, who gives a fucking shit?
How to
Fucking
pronounce
lasso.
lasso?
Lasso.
Lasso. You are correct.
Am I correct? Wow. Uh, I'm cultured.
You are.
Lasso.
But yeah, I just feel like it was. I don't
Oh,
know when.
hang on. I've just realised because I'm recording the desktop audio for you. The listeners may have just been deafened by Google Translate going lasso.
I see. Well, if that was, they just got confirmation anyway. That was we made that on purpose
So-
in the editing.
Sorry about that.
And if you wanted to know how to say lasso, you have now got a prime example in your ears.
Yep.
Lasso.
They're now bleeding,
Nice.
but you have an example.
I feel like though, my point is that I don't know if Indiana Jones and Wonder Woman were created around about the same time, but I've got to say there must be some influence there when
Indiana Jones.
lassos were a trend or something or other.
He has a whip, not a lasso.
Same fucking shit.
It's not. A lasso has a ring on the end for catching
Yeah, but
horses.
they both have the same sort of action where they're the same instrument in some sort of way. I mean, like Indiana Jones definitely grabs people with his whip. That's he's got to have done that once.
He does it to Marion.
Are you an Indiana Jones fan?
I am a
Have you
massive
watched?
Indiana Jones fan.
I I don't think I've seen a single Indiana Jones film. I'm gonna be honest.
Sadness.
Yeah, I don't know if that's that. I don't know if that's bad though. I don't. I feel like when was
Indiana
when
Jones.
were they those Indiana Jones
Like
films?
early 2000s.
80s?
I'm looking at our list. 80s.
Really? Were they not?
I'm looking at our list, and the fourth one came out in 2008.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wowza! I thought Indiana Jones were like Harrison Ford's real young days sort of thing.
Uh, oh, no, the originals were like the first trilogy is the 80s. You are
Oh, and
correct.
is that Harrison Ford pissing about?
Yes. 81 is Raiders, 84 is Temple of Doom, and 89 is Last Crusade. And
Oh, are they
2008 is
films?
Crystal Skull, and then the fifth one's coming out next year sometime.
Indiana Jones
Yeah.
is a Lucasfilm.
Yeah, Lucasfilm.
I did not know that. Although the Harrison Ford selection kind of probably would give that away. Um, but
He's not owned by Lucasfilms.
no, but you know how much like Harrison Ford is represented in the Lucasfilm. Can you say
Films.
that? Um,
The Lucasfilm films.
that's kind of what I was going at, but I didn't know whether you could say Lucasfilm films or Lucasfilms or Lucasfilm. Either way, Indiana Jones. No, not. Do you know what the closest I've been to Indiana Jones is? Indiana Jones, the Lego video
I knew
game.
you were going to say that.
Yeah, that's my. That's what. Oh wow! I am looking at Indiana Jones on a bridge, um, chased by what looks like some sort of Russian men, maybe.
On a
I'm
bridge.
yes, on a
Describe this to me.
bridge.
What is the
And he's
bridge? Is the
holding
bridge like
like a rope
slats? Like a rope
bridge.
bridge?
Yeah, it
Is he
looks like the one
wearing
of Shrek.
just his shirt, but with like his satchel over his shoulder?
He is wearing a shirt, but it's pretty torn up, like it's
Yes.
open.
Okay.
And I was just about to point out that Harrison Ford is a very buff guy
He
for his time.
is.
I
He
did not know
was.
that.
I believe that was Temple of Doom, by the way, the film. But yes.
Just for references there, if anyone wants to look up the photo, he's very buff, a handsome gentleman.
To
Um,
Temple of Doom bridge
on rope bridge.
images. Where are these Russian men? I don't know. It could be Russian.
They have like the typical Russian fur hats, that sort of thing. At least
Are
from
they dressed in red?
yes,
Okay.
it looks like
Have you
a
seen a
Russian
Russian
version.
fur hat?
No.
Because I'm fairly certain those are turbans.
Okay, well, the thing is, everyone has a different perspective on life and what they see. You see turbans, I
I mean,
see
they are
fluffy.
turbans.
I I see fluffy hats.
Fluffy
So,
hats.
yeah. Well, I mean, that being said, though, um, Indiana Jones, eh? Good films? Are they good
Yes,
films?
quality films.
You'd recommend them?
I would reckon. If you have to watch one at least, Last Crusade.
I know Crystal Skull. That's about it.
That's not the best one.
I've
It has our
also
old friend Shia LaBeouf in it, though.
I have been. Oh, is Shia LaBeouf? No, he's not. That's the Asian, young one. The little.
Short
There's like
round.
a. I'm pretty sure there's someone that he like leaves the plane to, and I must say I am literally getting the whole the film and all my knowledge of the film off of, as I say, Lego Indiana Jones just from that. But at one point you leave the plane with a small Asian. man, I believe.
It's a child. Short round.
Oh, that's who it is.
Yeah.
Short round.
Yeah, short round.
Short round. Let's have a look at this.
I,
Yes,
yeah.
that is it. Wait, is that the kid off of the Goonies?
I don't know.
It looks like the kid of the Goonies. No, I really hope that isn't some sort of.
Who played short round? Kei Hui Kwan.
Okay,
Ki Hui
Jonathan.
Ki
Oh,
Hui Kwan.
Ki Ki Kwan. Ki Kwan.
Ki Hui.
Oh, I'm looking.
He
I'm
was in
looking
the
at them.
Goonies.
Was it? Yes. Fuck yes. Look at that for film knowledge.
That was
Oh
knowledge.
yes.
God, I haven't seen
He
the Goonies in
was.
ages.
He was the like. Was he the kid that just like had fucking? No, that was someone else. I feel like no, maybe he was the kid that had like all this like really unnecessary stuff to open the gate. Like
I mean, his name was Data, so
I have
I'm
no
gonna go
clue.
with yes.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
It's been so long since I've seen the Goonies. I don't actually remember. I have watched it a lot when I was younger, but I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, different era, wasn't it? It's
Mm.
not our era, but we're aware of
It's
it.
got Sean Astin in it. It's
Who?
got Frodo. Not Frodo. Sorry, we
Sam.
just got stabbed. Yeah, Sam, and it's got Thanos in it,
How's it
and
got?
it's got Scooby Doo in it. Not
Who's
Matthew
who?
Lydiard. Jeff Cohen.
Sam. What? How? Who is he in the Goonies? Oh, he's the brother, isn't he? He's the older brother.
Which
I'm
one?
sure. He's one of the older brothers, right?
Who?
Of the Goonies.
Yes, who? Which one?
I'm pretty sure he's the arse. No, he's not the arsehole brother. Is
Josh
he the arse?
Brolin? Sam?
Yeah, no, Josh
Josh
Brolin's the
Brolin.
arsehole brother, and he is. Wait, my Goonies knowledge is all over the place right now. No, Josh Brolin is the arsehole brother.
Right.
Definitely, he's the one, and he's doing his exercise and stuff, and like that's all you see of him. Um, Sean Astin, Goonies. Let's have a look. Who is Sean Astin? Wow. I that I did not realize, and now I feel foolish.
What? What didn't
He's
you realise?
like he's literally the main character, isn't he?
I think he is.
Yeah, he's the main kid, and his older brother is Brolin, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Brolin's the older brother. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're on this now. Wait, or maybe, damn. Either way, if someone of the later generations listen to this, they are pulling their hair out because they're
Do you mean
thinking.
the earlier generations?
I suppose so. Yeah, actually, I was thinking late in terms of time, meaning it was. Yeah, actually, later. Yeah, in terms of time, actually, yeah, that would be. Wow, I've actually just grasped my head around that. See, it sounds, in my perspective, it sounds like it should be at the other end, but no. Hmm. Yeah, time,
Oh,
eh?
sorry.
Time travel.
I'm still going through the 2008 list. Wild Child.
Wild Child. I can't say
That
I
is
recognise it.
the it's Emma Roberts. Her film.
Emma Roberts.
Yeah, it's like one of them chick flick things.
No, I
Have
can't
you
see.
met? Have you met? Have you seen with Meet the Millers? With the Millers?
I am Miller.
I know
Yes.
you are. Have you seen the
I
film?
have. I have
It's
seen
the
with the
film
Millers.
from yeah, the one with the meme where it's like you're only getting paid 10,000,
Oh,
I'm getting
I'm not
2,000.
even. Yeah, I'm not even getting paid.
Yeah,
That one.
that one. She's
Um,
in that and she's in this. It was a good film. That's what I wanted to say.
I tell you what else has just came up, quite relevant, because a recent film has came up. I don't think they're related though. Army of the Dead came out in 2008.
Is that the one that Zack
Yeah.
Snyder's redoing? Or redoing, but
So
doing the sequel?
yeah, Zack Schneider just did a I don't know if it's
Mm.
actually I don't know if they're related or not. I'm not sure. Um, I think they're different. I'm pretty sure. I think the current ones are related to Evil Dead. I think I'm right in saying that.
I could not tell you.
But basically, it's that I watched also that film. I watched about 15 minutes of, and when I say 10 minutes is the intro, I mean 10 minutes, 10 whole minutes of the film. You are just watching the world collapse into chaos, and it is the most boring 10 minutes because it's like this. It's in slow motion, and it's got one of those like um like when you use like I don't necessarily know what the best way to describe it would. I'm like when like you use like an opposite mood to kind of add a bit more. I don't know. I'm not a director, but it was like this intense zombie scenes where zombies are all sorts, but they slow it down and they put this like big like orchestra sort of music behind it. I'm not saying that was the music because I wasn't really paying attention, but it was just shite. It was just absolute shite. It was 10 minutes, and I was
Are you not
thinking,
not recommending it then?
do not watch it. Do not spend time on the absolute dribble. It was once again, I sound like I just start films and just not don't watch them because I can't get into the interest. But actually, now saying it, that pretty much is it. Yeah, 15 minutes of Justice League. 15 minutes of. Do you know what? Actually, I think we found something here.
What?
Where's the correlation? It's not that the fact that they're both superheroes or anything like that because they're not. They're both Zack Schneider films.
They are.
So evidently, there's an issue here. Zack Schneider, you are not gaining my attention. That's for sure. You can't keep me interested. Can't keep me for longer than 15 minutes on one of your films. I dare you. What else has Zack Schneider made?
Jacques.
Jacques Schneider.
Jacques Snyder. I would like to
Snyder.
make a film.
Was he created?
Jacques Snyder.
Hmm. Tired, are you?
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, you mentioned it has been a long. Oh, he made it. What?
He made it.
I'm just. What? I'm astounded by these films. Like,
He made 300, Wonder Woman, Watchmen.
he
That's a
made
brilliant film.
Watchmen. That's
Yes,
what Watchmen he made. That isn't Sucker
that's
Punch.
that's a
That's a.
brilliant film.
I completely forgot about Sucker Punch. That's a fantastic film. 300. I mean, yeah. What else? That's kind of pretty much it.
Uh, yeah, really. Rod Stewart, Leave Virginia Alone.
He is like everywhere in DC though. Jesus, he's made
He
all these DC
is.
films.
Watchmen. That's a good film. I don't know if I said that already, but Watchmen's a good film.
Have you seen Sucker Punch?
I haven't. I don't. It doesn't ring a bell.
Really? I mean, it is a strange film. It is actually a
Oh,
really
I've
strange film.
seen bits of it. I've not actually seen the film.
Unbelievably strange, but it actually is a hidden gem. At least I say hidden gem because I think it's kind of been lost in time. I don't think I've actually seen. I don't think it's even popped up in the last 5, 6 years that I can remember, other than now. Um, yeah, it's not really referenced a lot. Great
I
film though.
do. I think I've definitely seen the cover somewhere
Weird film.
recently
A
as well.
bit of a backstory on it. I think
Did
it's
you get a
something about.
book in Spanish?
I did not
That
get a book in Spanish.
oh.
I was actually just gonna go a little bit into the plot, to be honest. But I think it's some sort of like maybe I'm really taking this out of context actually, but they're like these girls in some sort of like they're like locked away or they're kept captured. Maybe it's like an orphanage or something weird like that,
Hang on.
and uh, they're getting like treated a little bit bad and all sorts, and they've got to escape. But the way they escape is they like think of these like elaborate plans and they put themselves in these weird. I don't actually know. I'm describing this and thinking I know what's
I'm
going on.
reading the description. It says a young girl institutionalized by her abusive father retreats to an alternative reality as a coping strategy and envisions a plan to help her escape.
Yeah, they like go into these weird realities where, okay, so just to put it into context, they're trying to like escape at one point. Spoilers, just in case. I am also half-heartedly butchering this plot too because I haven't seen this film in years, but they're like escaping and they've got like get like a key or something, you know, like your classic prison escape key in someone's back pocket, and you've got a tiptoe or some shit like that, and they're in this like out of nowhere. So as they're like, oh, we've got to get this key or we've got to do this or whatever, get open that door, they just turn into this like World War II environment. Like you are literally watching them at like in a world war. It's kicking off, and they're just going ham, and like I don't actually really know what I'm describing as I'm describing
You're
this
just
because it is
describing World War Two.
yeah, it was so out of the box, but good film, very good film. So, anyone got a movie list? Chuck that on there as a recommendation.
I might
It's
give this a watch sometime.
go on, give it a watch. Give it a watch, and next time we can come back and you can let me know what you think of. Is it Sucker Punch? That's the
Sucker
one.
Punch, and you can make yourself culturally educated and watch Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I don't actually think I could sit through Indiana Jones. If I'm completely honest.
Big sad.
Yeah, I just feel like Indiana Jones is one of those films where it's like I haven't watched it. I understand probably the reference at a high level. You know, like if you went dun, 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 I'd go, oh, Indiana Jones. That's about it. Do you know what I mean? I can. That's as far as I go. And I feel like that's as far as I need to go because I don't find Indiana Jones references um, often in my life.
Oh, but Indiana Jones. The whip.
Yeah. Hasn't Harrison Ford like been in like multiple plane accidents or something? Or am I just
I don't know how
elaborating?
we've got there, but
No, I was just thinking of Harrison Ford,
he
and
has a license for some sort of plane or helicopter to fly.
he's definitely been in a plane accident.
He's
I'm
definitely been
sure.
in one, at least.
What do you mean at least? As if like if you've been in a plane, you have to be in a plane accident. That's almost like you're assuming
What?
there.
No, I know this. He's definitely. He's got. I'm fairly sure I've heard the story that he has been in one.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going off the assumption of him having a plane
No,
license.
yeah, he
Therefore, you...
has. He was injured when a World War II era training plane he was piloting crashed onto a golf course in Venice.
was that off the noggin or was that off some source?
It's off www.newyorktimes.com.
www.harrisonfordsrecordedplanecrashes.com. Wow,
How
yeah,
many
I mean,
times has Harriford?
Hereford.
Two crashes.
He actually two crashes.
Yeah.
I suppose if you, yeah, actually, you know what, he kind of gets himself in that environment, to be honest. I am astounded by that, though. Isn't there some ridiculous fact or something or other, like you're more likely to be, maybe I'm probably really, like, elaborating on this one too, but you're more likely to be killed by a cow than in a plane accident or something or other? Or
Yeah,
like,
the only reason you hear of plane accidents on the news is because they're so rare. It's one of the safest ways to travel.
I actually, I don't know why I thought, but I thought you were about to say one of the safest ways to die.
It's one of the safest ways to die.
Plane accidents, eh? I don't know what would be you if you land in like like a like a Castaway sort of situation.
That's
Like
exactly the
you
film I was thinking of.
really,
Yeah.
wow, look at that. Great minds think alike. You kind of land in this island, and you are sat there. Like, what does your mind go into? Let's say you are
My
literal
mind goes,
castaway.
huh, this is like Castaway.
It would be for me too, but do you think you have the ability to be able to, upkeep yourself? Do you think you have that sort of survival instincts per se?
Well, I can fish, and I know how to build a shelter. Fire might be an issue. I might get hypothermia.
I think I would just probably
Although, mind you,
immediately walk into the ocean and just keep
just
walking. I would just end it all because realistically, I know for a fact I'd be scrounging around. I'd probably be in sand at one point. I just, I don't think I could. I don't think I could keep myself together.
it would be too hard. It would be. I couldn't do it for 4 years like he does in Castaway.
Oh, do you know what? Actually, this sounds bad. I'm actually just thinking how uncultured I am. I have never even seen Castaway.
Never seen Yeah, this is definitely on Netflix.
I have never seen Castaway.
This
There
is.
are actually quite a lot of like very big classics that I have not seen.
Right, hang on. Where is? How do I search? There it is.
Wait, you're searching Netflix for
Castaway.
Castaway.
Yep, it's on Netflix. Right, okay. I'm gonna get up a list of IMDb's top-rated films.
I was actually just getting up the classic all-time
All right,
films to
okay.
see which
If
ones
you've
I
got it, if
haven't
you've got
seen.
it, read them out.
Okay, 12 Angry Men. I've heard
No,
that reference. Not seen it though.
not seen it.
Oh, it's a 1957. That's why a classic. The Dark Knight, of course,
Yes,
just
I have
mentioned.
seen.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction.
Haven't seen.
I haven't seen that either. Although I know the references of
Royale with
English motherfucker.
cheese.
Do you speak it? Is
What?
is
Is that Herbert the Pervert?
that was actually
Oh,
my
stay away from my son.
that was actually my Samuel L. Jackson.
That's your son. Okay.
Um, yeah, Shawshank Redemption.
I haven't seen that.
I yes, I have actually. Yes, I definitely have. Because of Red or something or other. I think that's what the guy's name's. Apocalypse Now.
Oh,
I have not seen that. I can't even say what that film is, too. I have no clue.
I might have done. I'm going to Google it to remind myself.
There's
Which
some
one was
apps.
Apocalypse Now?
There are some real
No,
classics
no, I haven't
here.
seen that.
Oh wow, they get even.
What else
So
is in there?
Schindler's List.
I have seen that. Is that? I'm fairly sure I've
That's
seen
that is the black and white film with Lee. No, Neeson. Well, that's that guy. Liam Neeson. That's the one.
that. I have seen Schindler's List.
Yeah, quite a good film in terms of because it's real and all that sort of shit. And it's pretty, that dark because it's actually like holy shit, this happened.
Hmm.
Um, the next though, The Breakfast Club.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that either.
Nice.
Wow,
We're very
wowza. I
uncultured.
mean,
We've seen
these
what? How
are
many of these have we seen so far? Two.
uh, The Dark Knight and Shawshank Redemption. Oh, and Schindler's List. So yeah, three for you two, right?
So we're on 5 out of 20. 5 out of what collectively?
Collectively, we're on. Fuck! I just fucking skipped the page. Oh, Schindler's List. 3, 6, 7 out of 7 so far.
5 out of 7. Wait, so
Yeah.
it'd be 5 out of 14.
No, 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 no. Wait. I've seen 3.
Yeah.
You've seen 2, I
So
think.
5 out of 14.
Where are you getting 5 from?
Because You've seen
Oh,
3.
yeah, but these are the same films though.
That's why I doubled the film total.
Oh, you said oh, okay, 14. I see. Okay, I thought you said that because you did say out of 7, and I was
I did.
thinking,
I did originally. I think.
okay, look, next film is Clueless, and I was absolutely clueless when you were talking about numbers there. You
I
haven't
have.
seen Clueless, have you?
I've
I've never
seen.
even
I've
heard
not
of Clueless.
seen the film. I do know it.
Really?
Yes.
Chick flick, it looks like.
It's the one with the woman who is like.
Clueless.
She plays in Scooby Doo. She plays the bad Scooby Doo 2. She plays the bad woman.
The Bad Woman. No, I can't recognize that. The next one though is Titanic.
I have seen Titanic. Have you?
Yes, I don't know if
Nice.
I've actually like fully watched it though. I
It's a
don't
long
think
film.
so. Yeah, it was it like 3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, 3 hours and 30. Yeah, I don't think I've actually fully watched it all, but I've seen it to know all the different scenes and stuff.
It's a good film.
Oh, this one's actually I think you mentioned this is one of your favorite films, and it was quite an inspiration for you. Brokeback Mountain. Yeah?
Yes. Yes. I have posters of it all over my wall.
All over your wall for no
Yeah.
particular reason other than it's a good film.
Right between
Um,
Kieran Murta and Brian Saar, there's a picture of.
I actually have no clue who they are. Um, uh, Brokeback Mountain I've never seen though. I
No,
have not
I
seen
haven't seen
that.
it.
I just know that it's male bonding at its finest, apparently, from what I've heard. Um,
I know it's the joke that Americans use when they want to say someone's a member of the LGBTQ plus community.
yes, specifically of male gender.
Yes. Well,
Um,
yes. Male.
yes.
Well, not even male. Like fun
This
times.
Yeah, when they turn around and say, "Oh, you're going full Brokeback Mountain, are you?" I think that's kind of how you would use it in a reference. Um, it would be a term of like some sort of one-on-one bonding, and usually relating to of the same sex. Hmm, male bonding. Citizen Kane.
I haven't
I've
seen
I've
that.
I've heard this come up loads of times, but I have no clue
It's
what Citizen Kane even is.
Alfred Hitchcock, I think, isn't it?
Hitchcock,
It's
possibly. I mean,
it's meant to be the greatest film of all time on
really?
Rotten Tomatoes until something knocked it off recently.
Like, how has it got that title though? Is it because of its? I presume obviously it's like an element of its time or something. But
I don't know. I've never seen it.
do you think they have those sort of titles because it's almost like you've got to give them that? Do you know what I
I
mean? Like
suppose
a
if it's going to be the greatest of all time, it has to stand the test of time. That's the thing.
yeah. Do you know what? Actually, that's a very good a philosophical philosophical
It's big. It's a big
philosoph
big brain.
which is something I am not using right now. It is very. What is the word for philosophy?
Philosophical.
I knew something like that. That's where I was getting the C in there. I was thinking, is there a C supposed to be in there somewhere?
Philopsical.
Philopsical. It's
Phil-
very philopsical.
it's very floppidockle.
Pan's Labyrinth. Have you seen that?
Oh, I've heard of it.
I haven't seen it. Look. Okay, we're gonna go on to two goods here.
All right, all right.
They're goods. They're goods because of the title, but one of them's good in my book because I've actually watched it. Good Will Hunting.
No,
No,
not seen it.
recommend that. Very
Okay.
good film.
Have you seen
Good.
it?
Yes,
Okay,
I
what
have
to A?
seen that. That's why I recommended it. I said it's a good film.
That's a good point.
But the next one's Goodfellas, and I have not seen
I
that.
have not seen that.
I mean, and there are quite a few other
I've had
ones
the
that kind of
pizza.
the pizza. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Nice. Yes, I see. There are quite a few other ones actually that go on. But do you know what? I'm gonna just skip to the classics because I'm like these are films that probably should have been watched by us in our time but have not. And one of them is Jaws. I have never seen
Oh, I
any of the Jaws.
love Jaws.
Really,
Jaws is a great film.
not seen it.
Jaws 1, Jaws 2, Jaws 3D, Jaws 4.
Mm,
Seen them all.
wow. Yeah, it's just not for me. Um, although I feel like it gets worse as it goes on because not I've also not seen The Shining.
I haven't seen The Shining as well.
It's another one that's apparently like a big you're supposed to watch because it's a big thing, isn't it? All that sort
Yeah.
of stuff.
Is that
Die Hard?
I've yes, I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
That's surprising because you strike me as the person that would enjoy watching Die Hard.
I mean, I watched it, but so I must have enjoyed it, but
You know what?
I don't remember it.
Another on this list, and I'm starting to come to a realization that I can't believe I haven't actually watched these, but um, The Matrix. I've seen none of The
Nope, I've
Matrix.
seen none of them either.
Wow, we are
We're not
such a
as
couple.
cultured as we thought.
We are a couple of uncultured swines. We
We
have
are.
not seen. Do you know what? It's not on this list, but I have not even seen any of the Rockies too.
I
Is
haven't
that
seen
bad?
any of them.
All right. Well, this you're making me feel so much better.
You're making me feel bad.
'Cause I honestly, I think the list. I think genuinely, if you, do you know what I think it is though? I think it's been so like over-referenced in our generations and from the previous generations that you kind of sing the films without even
Yeah.
like if you turn around and said Adrian, I'd be like "Ah, Rocky, and you start doing
Yeah. Rationale.
everyone.
I can't.
What was that reference?
It
Sorry,
was
what?
that was a reference to Family Guy, Rocky.
Oh,
I
okay.
was doing Eye of the Tiger as Peter Griffin, but then I thought that might get copyrighted.
Really, they're coming for us. They're
It could
coming for
be.
this
You
podcast.
don't
I
know these
suppose so.
people.
You don't know these people. Fox, man. Fox are, well, actually thinking about it, it's
Disney,
owned by Disney. Exactly. The
not
large
not Datney.
conglomerate eating up the world of production.
Yeah, them seizing the means of production.
Exactly. You don't know when that fucking that little motherfucker comes down. He just goes, we're taking the copyrights.
Stay away from me. I don't
uh,
want none of this, Mickey.
taking the mic.
Take Lois.
Oh wow, God. Family Guy is great though. That is actually a great show. That's we haven't really got any shows like that in England. I'd say. I don't think we've
Well,
got.
our comedy's different, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't really got those breaking boundary comedies, have we? Our comedies tend to stay in England, don't they? Which is actually quite odd if you think about it. I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean,
some of them get taken.
I'm trying to think. Do we have any? No, none of them really break boundaries or anything.
No, they all seem to stick in the
Hmm.
UK.
Because like,
Although obviously you've got like the in-betweeners where they've tried to do
yeah,
something in the
that's a little
US.
bit
No, it's
more
just shoddy. Absolutely
fresh
shoddy.
meat as well.
Oh God. I uh, wait. What's fresh meat?
Fresh meat's the university one with Jack Whitehall, Joe Thomas.
Oh, I've heard of that. I haven't seen it though.
It is funny. I do
Do you know
laugh at it.
what? Like Jack Whitehall is a little bit. I'm on the fence with him sometimes.
He's proper like posh boy idiot in Fresh Meat. It is quite funny.
Yeah, he's always that character. He's always that
He's always
posh boy. That
some sort of twist on
uh,
that. But he's
yeah.
like over the top mocking posh people funny.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
wow. Yeah. See, it's also like what's that other one where he's the teacher? I
Bad
haven't watched.
education.
Yeah, I think I've watched a little bit of that.
I didn't
Um,
find that as I have watched it all, but I didn't find it as funny.
You know what? Actually, we have pretty similar comedy series. They all fall in the same section, such as Friday Night Dinner, In-Betweeners, I suppose Fresh Meat and Bad
Mm.
Education. They all kind of have the same vibe, which is, I suppose, what you're saying too is that English comedy.
Yeah, we seem to get like phases. So you have like, your Only Fools and Horses, your Porridge, your A Low, your
Faulty
Dad's
Towers.
Army, 40 Towers, all of that. Sort of that period. And then you have sort of the Royal Family, Green Grass, sort of this newer stuff. And then you sort of get sort of like the I'd call it like the teenage comedy stuff. Bad Education, The In-Betweeners, Fresh Meat, and then Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Oh wow, God, these fucking boys.
I love that show. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah,
I I just
I
I
know a lot of
can't.
people hate it,
I
but
just can't really grasp it, I think. I think though I can see some aspects of it, and I can I can give it a bit of praise for that, but I think I think maybe my issue is it's a bit of flogging a dead horse. It's always every
it's
Christmas
very.
a fucking
He's definitely
special or something or other.
run out of ideas. Yeah, I think Brendan O'Carroll.
Um, what was I mentioning though? I was about to say about yeah. So you know how we were talking about breaking the boundaries or something or
Yes.
other. I just came to mind. It came to mind, should I say? That potentially in the run-ins is um Monty Python. Okay,
Hmm.
I think that's got to be Monty Python up there for me. Is like it is so far ahead of its time. It's unreal. When you watch, like, if you've watched some of them, like Life of Brian, and you like actually,
Brian.
I think one of them,
Brian.
I think they mentioned something about, and I was like, this is insane. Now they actually mentioned this. It was about like gender, something to do with gender, and do you know what? Actually, in saying this, I'm not able to actually kind of quote it well or kind of give a bit of a highlight to it because I actually have no clue how it went, but it basically did a joke relating to how like different genders and like transgender and all that sort of thing. It wasn't necessarily like obviously poking at them or anything like that. It wasn't anything bad, but it was talking about how. Do you know what? Now saying this, I've realised that I actually have no clue. I have no clue where I'm going with this
I
because
think it's from. I've googled it. I think it's from Life of Brian
it's
on a
it's
man's right to have babies. Right?
yeah, I think you actually might be. I think you might be playing it with it there. I think that is the right one. Um, they're in the Colosseum or something, or rather, watching a fight go on or something. There's something like that. I'm sure, and they're sat on a um,
They're like Colosseum steps.
yeah, those
Yeah.
steps, and they're talking about something or other, and it was actually it was so relevant to now like current generation. It was just unreal. Like it was this. And you just got it goes to show that there was just this comedy mastermind that was so ahead of its generation. It's
Hmm.
unreal. But of course, everyone knows about that Monty Python because they're
Brian.
praised about and spoke about all the time.
I've got to say, I prefer 40 Towers over Monty Python. I'm not gonna lie.
Is Faulty Towers the one with the iconic scene about the hose pipe or something or other? He goes into the shop and he's no, that isn't that. No, that
Oh,
was
you're
that's
thinking the two Ronnies.
yeah. Two Ronnies. I was gonna
Four
say that it can't be Faulty.
candles.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no
No.
handles for forks. Now what? Some O's. No letter O's and some P's. No, no tens of P's.
Oh God, that is like,
That is two Ronnies. Yeah,
yeah. God, man, that is like British classic
that is
humor.
classic. I do love
It's
that.
oh wow, that is
Oh, and of
amazing.
course you've
That
got another brand of comedy. You've got Mitchell and Weblook and the Armstrong and Miller Show.
can't
They're
I
also
can't
up
s-
there.
I can't say I recognise that if I'm honest, and I feel like I should.
They're like it's like a sketch shows. Basically, they just do mini
Oh
sketches.
yes, the same
Yes,
people off of I watched their other show, Peep Show. That's the one.
yes. I think
Yeah,
that's Mitchell and Webb.
yeah, it's the same. It's literally the same blokes.
Yeah.
It's at first I found it really hard to get into because of the way it's filmed. Like the camera angle is literally as it is Peep Show. There, you see it from their perspective, and you only ever see the camera from someone's perspective, so them looking. So it's really hard because it's like a really hard camera angle. When I say like it's not stable, it's quite moves about
Mm.
and quite harsh when you're in conversation because as you can imagine when they're in conversations with someone the camera is like almost literally in that person's face as if you are sat there talking to them, so it's quite hard to get past, but once you get past it it's actually hilarious. It's got that same awkward in between a humor where it's like that you're basically seeing the perspective of a loser, um and you just kind of go through their day and life. It's pretty funny actually. Um, yeah. On a side note, anyway, um, I can't say I've seen. Hmm. No, I haven't seen their other stuff though.
Yeah. Mitchell and Webb and Armstrong and Miller. Yeah, they're both just sketch shows. Like one of them is like it's like the Casino Royale scene with the poker bit with Le Chiffre. Have you seen Casino Royale?
I actually have not seen
Okay,
any James Bonds other
it's a
than the
poker
last
game.
three.
It's a poker game, and it's like
Actually, I started watching James Bonds once, and that was it. Like I'm talking the original James
the
Bonds.
OGs.
Yeah,
I think
I didn't get through 'em.
GoldenEye's my favourite.
I think I
GoldenEye's my
started from
favourite.
like the absolute start. I can't even go back to what the names are. I know not all the names. I know the names as in like
Yeah,
the
it's like Doctor
Die
No.
Another
Yeah,
Day and all that crap. Yeah.
From Russia with Love.
But when I was watching it, I was just dying of laughter because it is. I think the was it in black and white? No, it couldn't have been.
They I think they would have started in black and white.
Yeah, maybe it did because I do remember actually being in black and white. And it was like blood on a carpet, and it was like evidently like this, just like
Yeah,
obviously it's black and white, but it's really just over the top blood.
the original Casino Royale was black and white.
It's the first. I kind of remember the plot of it.
Oh, Casino! I've read the book. Um, Casino Royale.
First.
It's he's going after this Le Chiffre guy, and he has to take him down in a poker game or something. And then he gets caught, and I remember him getting his gentleman's region beaten with a mat or something.
It says "Live and Let Die" is the first James Bond, but I am not believing that
No.
because
What date is it released?
it says 1973, so that can't be the first. That just
Well,
can't be.
Casino Royale, I'm pretty sure the original was a TV show, so it's not that.
James Bond's a weird concept. I mean, it's
Doctor
pretty
No,
simple. But
1963.
who is the next James Bond? Has that been confirmed?
Nope, not to my knowledge.
Because Daniel Radcliffe, Daniel Craig, not Daniel Radcliffe. Um, one is a wizard. One is far from it. An MI
Daniel
agent.
Radcliffe.
Imagine Daniel Radcliffe as the James Bond. Wow, that would be
Hi,
so.
I'm James Bond.
Daniel Radcliffe, and it's quite unfortunate actually. You think about it. He's one of those characters, or characters, actors, I should say, that have like just been glued to a role, and that's it. You can't go anywhere without
Have you s-
being
have you
Harry
seen him in his
Potter.
other stuff though?
Yes, I watched Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man. I haven't seen that.
Very weird film. Very, very weird film. I think it's about he he's with his mate dies, and he ends up I think to it I think it's the same as like Sucker Punch actually. I think to battle um the trauma of his mate dying, um saying in the same words that Sucker Punch was described as, he uses his friend as literally a Swiss Army man. So he uses him as a tool for so many different things, but it's as if he's still alive, but he's not because he's dead the whole time, I'm pretty sure. And he finally finds his way back home or something or other, and he's like, yeah, we're back. And you realize the whole time the dude has been dead. Spoiler alert. Which you were pretty aware of from the start, but I think that's how the plot goes. I could be completely wrong. Watched it again, but weird film, very weird film. But I would recommend it because it's a good weird film. What other films were you thinking of?
There's Now You See Me Too. He plays the bad guy in that.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember Now You See Me. I
He's
can't
not in the
remember.
first one, but he plays the bad guy in the second one.
Yeah, what guy in the second one? Because that was when there's that famous, I say famous, but a pretty cool scene where they're swapping the card,
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
they?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like
It's that scene.
flicking it and wow, I can't remember him. Actually, no, I can't. I can't. No, I can't say. No, I feel like there's a big reveal at one point.
You're flip
Isn't
flopping here.
isn't there a big reveal where
There
they're
is.
like, "Who is this guy?
There
Who is
is.
he?"
Yeah.
And they go into this big sort of like mafia sort of, I don't know what, like his building, his house where he lives, wherever, I don't know. And he like is his like little self where he's like, hello, but it's just like, really? Is
Hello,
there that?
yes.
I think there's something like that in the film. At least that way I can remember.
Yeah,
And I think
along those
in that
lines.
time too, I was sat there thinking, fucking Daniel Radcliffe, what the
Yep.
fuck is he doing?
He's just chilling. He's being a bad guy, you know.
Um, but yeah, no, I can't. What else is?
He's
What
he
else is?
plays he plays himself in an episode of Extras. He's
That is
he's
amazing.
he's hilarious in that.
Isn't he just?
He
And when
is.
he's chatting up
Yeah.
the bird of a cigarette or
Yeah.
something or
Yeah.
other, and he's oh
Just
god,
he trying to hit on Warwick Davis's wife. Am I
yeah.
right in saying that? That is funny.
Don't you smoke? He's like youngster with a cigarette. Oh god.
And of course, Women in Black. I think he was in as well.
Yeah, he was actually, wasn't he?
Mm,
Wow, he has actually been in
he has.
a couple of random films. I think there was also some film where he was some Nazi or something.
That also rings a bell. Hang on.
I remember seeing Daniel Radcliffe as like a shaved head person.
Daniel Radcliffe filmography.
Yeah, what is he in? Daniel Radcliffe. But he has got this like he can't not be Harry Potter.
He was in the
Ice.
Playmobil movie.
What?
He was in the Playmobil movie.
There's a Playmobil movie. What's
Yeah.
Playmobil? What?
It's like
Is Playmobil the B-Tech Lego?
yes, yes it is.
Yeah, I think I remember that. It was like these. They were just shit, really. Actually, thinking about them, they were just
They were
absolute shits.
yes.
Yeah, no,
Um, He was Daniel Radcliffe in Victor Frankenstein.
I
He
think what
was
I've
in
recently
that.
seen him in.
What?
I have not seen Victor Frankenstein, but I have seen Escape from Pretoria,
Ah,
a recent film that he was in. Again, him and some other bloke. It's a true story, which is quite interesting. It's about some South Africans escaping a prison. That's about it.
Daniel
Yeah, that's
Webber is the other person.
Daniel Webber.
Hmm.
Who's Daniel Webber?
No idea. He doesn't have a photo.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the guy that's in it too. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he
Yeah, yeah.
plays. Radcliffe plays Tim Jenkin. Webber plays Stephen Lee.
Yeah, it's a quite a weird film actually, but it's based on a true story. So it's one of those things that while you're watching it and you think someone actually did this. I enjoy watching films like that because it actually makes you think that exact thought,
Hmm.
which is strange. It's like Lord of the Rings. You watch this and think, "Wow, this actually happened."
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, because it's based on history, isn't it?
I mean, sure, sure.
Lord of the Rings. Wow, God.
Lord of the Rings. You having a laugh? Lord of the Rings. You having a laugh?
I don't think that's a song. I don't actually think that's a song, if I'm honest.
I'm not gonna lie, it probably isn't. Ah, the actual Tim Jenkin is in the film.
Really?
Yeah,
I've got to see this. Tim Jenkin. Maybe it says he's in the film because I think they pull up like an image at the end, and
it
it's like,
says he's a prisoner in the waiting room.
really? Jenkin in film. I don't remember him in it. Prisoner in the. He's not. Maybe he was like he had to have been like behind the scenes or something because it doesn't really.
Probably it wasn't a speaking role. It's probably just like a little Easter egg thing.
Fucking Tim Jenkins, eh? It was something. There's something weird though. Why? It's actually a weird story. Like he got arrested for pretty much no reason. I think, as far as I'm aware, it was something weird. Um, why was it? There was some sort of like, like against because it was all racism and stuff going along, and I think they were like trying to go against this whole racist agenda, and they
Was it
did
South
something.
Africa?
Yeah,
Yeah,
South
yeah,
African.
apartheid.
It's actually mad because he escapes his cell. Spoiler alert, because it's fucking history anyway. But he escapes his cell by carving out a wooden key and unlocking his cell door from the outside while he's in his cell. Like it is the whole thing is insane. Like you actually like as I say, you actually think, holy shit, someone did this. It's like when I'm talking, this beats Shawshank Redemption. This beats The Great Escape. No, it doesn't beat The Great Escape. Actually, that is The Great Escape. But this is The Good Escape. This is on like on a level where it's got to be up there for one of the top prison escapes.
What about
Pretty
Prison
good.
Break?
Now that's just too far, isn't it? Like that's no one's getting
What about
a
Star
fucking.
Wars: A New Hope?
I feel like slightly. I mean, in the same area, but slightly off tangent in some degree.
What about Han Solo?
Mm. Oh, do you know what? Actually, you've actually just brought it up, and it sounds bad. I don't think I've actually watched fully any of the Star Wars, apart from obviously the newer ones. So starting from, is it Return of the Jedi? Was that was that like the one that's within the last 10 years, those ones I've watched. The previous, I don't think I've actually watched a full film of any of them.
Return of the Jedi.
Was it Return of the Jedi, or was
That
it
came out
like
in like 81.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, what is the one that was like
When was it?
the Ray one?
83.
It was like something
Ray is
something.
The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi,
Ah, that's it.
and The Rise
That's
of
what I was thinking of.
Skywalker.
The Force Awakens. Oh, they're pretty much the same. They say the same thing.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakening.
The Force
You know, the
Awakens.
Jedi's returning and the Force is awakening.
Can you
So
actually
that's
name
it.
all of the 9 Star Wars films?
All right, I'm gonna give my best go of
Okay.
naming them. In order?
Yes.
Okay. It starts from A New Hope,
Are you talking chronological order or release order?
release order.
Okay, yes, A New Hope.
A New Hope, and then Return of the Jedi, and then A New Saga, and then The Clone Wars. Fuck, that's 2000s. Shit. There's like four. Is there four? Give me a hint. There's like four in the 80s or something in there. Is there?
3. There's 2 in the
Three.
70s, I think.
Two
Or
in the
is it-
70s.
Hang on, I need to check.
Right, how many is there?
Oh, okay, no, there's 1 in the 70s, 2 in the 80s, 1 in the 90s, 2 in the thousands, and then 3 in the tens.
So what you said? There's 8 in total, is there?
9.
Nine. Nine.
Yes.
Jesus.
There's 9
Okay.
core,
So.
and there's also the spin-off films. 2 spin-off films.
Oh yeah, of course. Which is the Rogue One and
Yes.
what was the other one? Han Solo.
Yes, Solo. Just Solo.
Oh
Han
yes.
Solo.
Fucking Solo. Okay, what have I got? A New Hope, Return of the Jedi. It's not a Clone Wars because that's something else. It is Strike Back. The Emperor Strikes Back. The the s- the Sith Strike. Like something like that. It's fuck. The Emperor's New Groove. That's what I feel like saying now because that's where it's getting to. It's something strikes back. Someone strikes back. Yes,
Yeah.
I think. How many have I just listed off? 3. And then there is the Return of the New Hope. I don't know what that one is. I don't know which one. I'm digging this hole and I'm realizing that I actually have no clue what any of the titles are. And then it goes further, doesn't it?
Oi! What the
Ow!
hell
Ow!
what is this?
Oh, wowza.
Ow!
What the hell is it?
Invasion! Invasion!
Invasion. Wow, what's going on here?
What's this then?
It's blue.
What's this then?
It's our podcast. Welcome.
What's this, mate?
All of our podcasts now, I think.
It's we're an hour and 53 minutes of our podcast.
Oh,
What is
Jesus.
this?
It's a
Hour
podcast.
53. Wowza. This is a podcast.
When did you make this?
Now it's a crusade, I think.
We made one last week and we made one now.
What? Hey, I was never told about this.
It's the first episode's released on YouTube if you want to go watch it.
Mate, I've never been told about this.
Yep, it's kind of a long running thing. It's been going for quite some time now.
All 2 episodes.
Mate, this is disgusting behaviour. I've not been informed about this YouTube content that's being produced.
A week.
I'm the only one who does it anymore. What are you on
I
about?
know, mate. Why aren't you telling me about it?
Would you like to be in the last 6 minutes of the podcast?
No, I'm out of it now. I've been betrayed. Been betrayed by the only people I thought I was friends with.
Revenge
Unbelievable.
of the Sith. It's Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yeah, Miller's been trying to name the Star Wars films in release order.
Oh, I see. Mate, is this what this imposter's been doing in here?
It is, yes.
I have no clue.
Unbelievable.
I think one of them I said was the Emperor's Revenge or the Emperor Strikes Back,
Oof, the Emperor's Revenge.
and which led me on to saying the Emperor's New Groove, which wasn't one of the Star Wars.
No, how sure are you?
About 80%, because
Yeah?
I don't think the Emperor gets any part of groovy in it. But
Mate, I don't know. I don't know if you watched it recently, but he does. He busts a few moves in that film.
mind you, that being said,
He's,
yeah, he
he's
does.
just admitted he hasn't.
Oh, mate.
He's seen
Yeah.
the sequel trilogy of all of them.
I've
Disgusting behaviour. You
I've
haven't even watched the prequels.
The Ray stuff, with Ray and that.
Oh, why would you even do that to yourself?
Yeah, I know. It kind of gave me a really bad perspective of Star Wars.
No, go watch the prequels. That's all you need to watch.
Not that you can
Prequels
name
and
them.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, I think
He did
I've
try
also...
to say that Clone Wars was a film as well.
Hey, it's not far off.
Wait, is Clone Wars not one of the films?
No.
Ah, well, that
Mate,
was
you're
one
not-
of the.
You're not far off, though. To be fair.
That was one of the ones I was about to say for the early 2000s. I was almost confident it was called The Clone Wars.
Anyway, I'm off, mate. Inform me next time you do one of these. I'm here for it.
We will.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely crusaded.
Absolutely. At least we have a new member.
Oh, of course, a spicy new member to the team.
Right, do you want to actually know the order? Because this is painful.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like one of them's I'm gonna say no. I have no clue. There's A New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, Emperor Strikes Back actually isn't even one, is it? No, it's not. Someone strikes back, I'm sure, at some point. That's all I know.
In release order, A New Hope,
Yes.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, it's not the Emperor.
No.
Yes.
The Empire.
Okay.
Then Return of the Jedi. Then The Phantom Menace.
Ah, do you know what? I had Phantom of the Opera in my head. I was thinking that is definitely not one of the Star Wars.
Star Wars Phantom of the Opera.
And I didn't want to just say Phantom of the Opera and be completely wrong.
Then Attack of the Clones.
Ah, Clone Wars. This was their first attack.
Yes. And then Revenge of the Sith.
What did I say? I said someone's revenge.
You
didn't
said
I?
The Emperor's Revenge or something like that.
Revenge. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker.
Gosh, Star Wars.
I'm
Yeah.
actually upset by your lack of commitment to Lucasfilms.
And do you know what? This all is swings and roundabouts because it goes to show, I think I've gone the step ahead and just going to show that my unculturedness, realistically on films, after I've just gone on, well, we have just gone on for the last 2 hours about how we haven't watched some of the biggest classics. I've just come out with an absolute disgrace of insulting one of the biggest classics in filming history.
Yeah.
By just calling it The Emperor's New Groove.
You definitely have.
Definitely isn't the name.
Of The Emperor's New Groove.
The Emperor's New Groove. Star Wars, The Emperor's New Groove.
Star Wars.
That should have been one of them, I feel like. Though I feel like they also, from what I've seen of the newer ones and stuff, why on earth is the Emperor still kicking about? How has he managed to...
Oh, that's
like...
literally in what is it? The Rise of Skywalker. There is a line of dialogue that is, somehow Palpatine returned.
It doesn't make sense
Nope.
from my Star Wars knowledge. I just feel like when you electrocute a man, as well as drop him off of, I don't necessarily know where he got dropped off, because do you know what? Actually, this is quite bad, because this once again also comes back round. My knowledge, as you could probably guess, from Star Wars comes from where other than
Lego Star Wars the video game.
yes, exactly. And I know at one point when you defeat the Emperor because you take off at the end. You take off like Darth Vader's helmet, and he's got this white head. Um, the Emperor falls into some sort of abyss. That you should definitely not be surviving that. 100%. Didn't Darth Maul survive too?
Yeah, he got cut in half and lived.
And fell and
And
lived.
fell and lived.
Yeah.
Because he was angry.
Well, I would be fairly angry if my face looked similar to his appearance.
And
It is.
on that bombshell, we've hit the 2 hour mark.
We have hit the 2 hour mark. I think that's one way to finish it.
Darth
Don't look
Maul
like
is
fucking
ugly.
Darth Maul. Darth Maul is ugly because of his. Is Darth Maul a bad guy, or is he just misrepresented?
That's true. Is he just little?
Little, probably because he's half a man.
Comedy.
Comedy. British humour.
Call blimey Gavna.
Oh, well, I mean, I suppose now's the time to say our farewells and
Yep.
thank you everyone for listening to this ranting of two mad men.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was.
Hopefully there's some sort of cohesive.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best way I could probably describe this episode was films, right?
Films, yes.
Food, films, maybe next week, feet?
Feet? Or flapping?
Let's stay away from that topic. I feel like that can go into a danger
Or
zone.
free...
Fun?
Fun?
Freedom?
Football.
Football, yeah. Oh, there was a bit of football.
There's a little bit of football.
Yeah, football was covered.
Could do
Thank-
some Europods maybe.
Oh yeah, wow, that'd be interesting. I mean, it would just be us ranting about England because
Probably.
Jesus, I don't think I have a good word to say about
I'm
England
going to do what I
personally.
can to watch every game, so...
Yeah, I will be watching every game. I know that your work schedule might
Yeah.
probably be the thing that gets in the way of that, but I sure as shit will be watching every game. All 3 games we will be in. All 3 of them.
All 3 of them.
Scotland's beating us. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't want
Um,
that to happen. Anyway, yes. You
but-
should say
we
goodbye before my
digress.
hard drive dies.
Yeah, we digress. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for
Au
listening.
reservoir, por favor. Je ne sais pas au reservoir.
I don't speak Spanish.
That's French.
I was just merely saying a statement that I had previously already acknowledged.
Bye!
Bye.